The Philippines, a nation of over 7,000 islands and tremendous geographical as well as ecological diversity. My Philippine sojourn is going to take me everywhere. Underwater, on water, gliding above land, from the big city to the most over-the-top hidden luxury getaways. Pampering, unique treats, and some motor adventure for good measure. My exploration begins in the bustling city of Manila. Traffic choked, it's an extremely busy city to get around in. But the warmth and friendly vibes of Filipinos permeates through the rush of the daily grind. The dampas or wet markets offer a surreal look into the elaborate expanse of the fresh seafood on offer. I highly recommend a stroll through the markets to get right into the mix. And who knows, you may find some adventurous things to eat like balut or fetal duck egg. From the wet markets, my walk takes me to the heart of Manila, the old seat of the Spanish headquarters. This is Intramuros. It means within the walls in Latin. It's also called the walled city and was a center of education, religion, and economy during the Spanish occupation of the Philippines. There's a feeling of history in the air, and it's pleasant to walk around the fortifications. Lively restaurants like Barbara's draw tourists from afar. Their highlight? The native dance, tinikling. A stone's throw away from Intramuros is another historical gem. This is Binondo, the world's oldest Chinatown. It's a torrent of activity, bumper-to-bumper traffic, stores as far as the eye can see, daily life, and of course, food. Dongbei is a dumpling shop, and it is one of the oldest and undoubtedly one of the most popular. I grab a table and await a freshly made plate of pork dumplings. All right, let's try this. The juices flow right out of that. And it's so tender because it's freshly made and steamed to perfection. The garlic and the onion in this just pairs so well together with a minced pork. These dumplings are quite the treat. A must-try when you're exploring Binondo. Speaking of exploration, zigzagging around Metro Manila finally takes its toll on me, and I need a respite from all the big city vibes. To do that, I head on over to the Discovery Primea, the proverbial oasis in Metro Manila. A modern and elegant 5-star hotel that greets travelers and locals with a deluge of luxury options. With multiple restaurants, a deluxe spa, health facilities, a cigar room, bars galore. Where do I even begin? I'm keen to explore the dining options at Discovery Primea. At Restaurant Tapenade, this is one of the most prolific lunch spots in the city. With a huge stone oven, Tapenade is known for their handcrafted pizza. However, the most impressive seafood and salad bar I've ever seen is also one of Tapenade's specialties. This all looks amazing. But upstairs at its new restaurant, Flame, Executive Chef Luis is personally preparing my lunch. Flame's menu combines modern European cuisine with Asian flavors and contemporary culinary techniques to create dishes that tantalize with every taste and texture. And with a generous lobe of foie gras on a bed of vegetables, Chef Luis pours in a broth that is a Filipino homegrown specialty, sinigang, or sour soup. What a combination! Let's dig in. Looks like we've got some spinach here, tomatoes, eggplant, and Wow, that's very sinigang. I love this taste. It's very tangy. You can taste the tamarind. It's very strong in this soup. I love that. Okay, let's try this foie gras. That is very good foie gras. It's really rich, very creamy, buttery, which is always a plus in my book. And the pairing just goes so well with the broth. The tanginess of the broth plus the butteriness and silkiness of the foie gras, it's excellent. Pampered and satiated to the max, the Primea experience continues beyond the sweets. For cigar aficionados, I recommend a trip to 1824. Humidors humming away with expensive Cubans, and a bar that houses some of the world's finest libations. But if you need more of a view, say a panoramic look at Metro Manila, then the Edge Bar is where you need to be. They are maestros at crafting cocktails, and if you don't believe me, just take a look at this wonder. This intricate creation is affectionately dubbed Nole mi tangere, which means touch me not, spicy. The Primea has been a monumental respite from the big city. This is the spot to be in Manila for an extended staycation. When the day turns to night, the activity level of Manila heats up. With the skylines lit, there's a wealth of choice for fine dining, like at the Gallery Vasque in Fort Bonifacio. It's an art gallery meets a contemporary restaurant that fuses Filipino ingredients with European techniques. For lounging, there's a wealth of choices and rooftop bars like this one. Antidote perched at the top of the I'm Hotel. As you sip away on artisanal cocktails, your view is this rather impressive jellyfish tank, basked in funky retro lighting. It's a city that literally never sleeps. And while that may be the case, I need some rest for my next leg of adventure. It's a new day, and I'm on a mission to explore the Philippines. Today, I have a lead on one of Manila's one-of-a-kind shops. If surfing and motorcycling is your jam, then STKD Surf Moto is where you need to head to. Before I walk in, I'm greeted with this one-of-a-kind Ford 67 Fastback, aka Eleanor. I'm definitely in the right spot. So what is STKD Surf Moto?
Stoked is a 18-year-old surf company, surf retail company in the Philippines. And about 3 years ago, we got into custom motorcycles.
Okay.
So we came up with the new division called STKD.
Right, right. So I noticed there's a lot of like surf-inspired decor in here, and there are surfboards. You're selling bathing suits and wakeboard boots.
Exactly.
Yeah, how did you come up with that?
Basically, yeah, Surf Moto. Surf Moto is combining the two inspirations of freedom, surfing and motorcycling.
I love that.
Put it together, boom, you got such a strong concept.
Right.
You know, it's about hopping from beach to beach, looking for the best break, traveling to a certain destination to ride your wakeboard or something, using the motorcycle. So again, it's the maturity level of our consumer and us at the same time, being on bikes now and still being able to live that lifestyle.
I completely agree with that. I love the freedom. I love how you're combining surf and moto. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Exactly.
Really. So it's like the whole concept of riding and riding. Riding motorcycles, riding the waves, the board, everything. That's very cool.
It's for people who know what it's like or the exhilaration, satisfaction they get from riding a motorbike. It's the same when you're surfing.
Right.
It's the same when you're wakeboarding or skateboarding, right? You get your endorphin rush.
Yes.
And that's what gets you stoked. Right?
Yeah, stoked. Yeah, that's the
it.
perfect word for it. And you guys
there.
also do motorcycle customizations, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
The motto here is the surf and moto lifestyle, and they deliver that in spades. JV introduces me to their workshop, and this is where I get face-to-face with their latest creations. Check out this Ducati Scrambler. Now that is some customization at its finest. What a beauty! STKD Surf Moto has definitely been a cool stop, but it's time, finally, that I get straight to the point. Speaking of scramblers, can you hook me up with a scrambler and a surfboard of some sort so we can try out the surfing that I hear so much about?
Too easy. That's what we're about, right?
Well, I'm
Got
super
a couple of
stoked.
bikes to show you.